and then they actually do more harm than they do good, even though they have a strong computer. It's like, you don't understand what the settings are doing. You can just be fucking flicking switches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, alright, it's on. You should be able to see it.
Yeah. How do I see it? You gotta send it to me or whatever.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ, how far out.
What the hell? Why isn't it showing? Hold on.
Should've just did it in Discord, dude.
Hold on.
All we're trying to do is just see the settings.
Hold on, I got it right here. I'm about to text it to you.
Well,
Alright, it's coming. Okay.
just bring it up. Bringing it up?
Yeah, you see it? It's up right now. It should be up.
That's long. That's a long ass latency.
Yeah, usually it's like 20, 30 seconds, I think, this latency.
Oh, I see. This is not even live. This link you sent me is not live.
Yeah, it is.
Now it's...
Hold on, let me look at it again.
I think that's linked.
Okay.
There you go. Just go. Ray tracing. Commuting for overdrives. Scroll up. Fuck. You can enable ray tracing overdrive preset in settings, graphics, quick preset, or just path tracing separately in settings.
Oh, so it's a preset is overdrive, and it turns everything up. Because I have it set to custom, to what I want.
Mute your TV because I'm hearing like 3 times the echo space.
No, there's no sound.
Oh, go ahead. So set it to overdrive, and then apply it. That's what you want. Now apply that. That's like the highest shit.
There's no apply. It just automatically does it, I guess.
And then
Yeah.
move to it and let's see how well it's doing.
Let me make sure that it stayed.
You have what do you have your? How are you checking your FPS?
It's on the bottom right. You may not be able to see. I might have it cropped off. Right now it's at 3 something. So it's down to 197, 96. Let me start running around. Let me get on the bike.
So how's it feel?
It feels the same. Nothing's changed.
It should feel a lot better.
I mean, it was running smooth before. So now I'm getting probably a little bit less, maybe.
How do you see your FPS?
95. I'm seeing it on my screen. Can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, dude?
Yes, can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, okay, there you go. Jesus, I can't. Yeah, okay. How's it feel?
I probably dropped maybe a couple frames from before. Oh no, I'm about the same, I guess. Nothing's really changed. It still feels the same.
Okay, now turn off ray tracing, right? The problem is that you've turned it on and your eyeballs will see. I bet you when you turn it off, you're not going to notice a fucking difference. You're going to have a faster game.
Let's see, settings.
Max everything out.
Turn ray tracing off.
Yeah, go. Yeah, turn off ray tracing. You can turn off DLSS. You don't need that. Make sure everything is all the way up.
Yeah, it already is. Hold on.
Make sure you like it. Like motion blur, turn that shit off if you want it to look
Yeah,
sharp.
it's already off. Off. DLS super sampling. Off there.
You don't need DLSS at all. It's already off.
Yeah, I just turned it off, so I'm gonna apply everything. All right. Make sure everything's still maxed out. Because there's one setting that you can set it to psycho. Yeah, there it is. Psycho.
Yeah, set the light to psycho. Because what it does is it bounces everywhere.
Yeah, everything else is back up. Everything's set to high now.
Okay, now play it. Go ahead, now play it. A lot of people are playing this way, even with the RTX 4090, because it doesn't matter. Like, it's all demonstration. People make videos with ray tracing on, but they don't play like that. Because it's all future shit. Now, how does it feel?
I'm only getting 40 frames per second now.
You're what?
I'm getting 40 to 60 frames per second. If I'm just sitting here, I'm getting 63 frames per second, not doing anything.
So, what's happened? So, Jesus Christ, that RTX is not as good as we thought. The reason you were getting high frames is because of DLSS. Now, just enable DLSS and you'll get all those frames back. That's crazy. Even the RTX 4090 has a hard time. So, go ahead and enable DLSS and put it on balance. Remember, this is like Crisis. Just because you have the latest does not mean you're going to conquer this game. Nobody will.
What about NVIDIA DLAA? Deep learning?
Yeah, you can do that because you got a new one. Because that's artificial intelligence. Yeah, it's an artificial intelligence.
But then it turns off the DLSS super resolution.
Then I can't use DLAA because you need the newest card for that. I would let the artificial intelligence try it on its own and see how well it does.
Okay, hold on. Leave everything else the same?
No, yeah, that's it. That's maxed out. Now try it. Yeah, look at that. That shit is fucking great. I'm looking at a video.
So now I'm getting 131 frames per second. It went up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But which one gives me the best quality, though? The best of the way I had it, or this way?
Remember, it's just flavor. Everybody's playing it like this because they're not willing to sacrifice the gameplay. Because even with ray tracing, even though you're getting high frames per second, the fluctuation is so much because it's radical, right? It's a radical change. Even radical changes between medium to high frames per second, you're gonna notice it. So want to play it.
But I wasn't having any issues playing it though.
Huh?
I wasn't having any issues playing it.
Yeah, but you're getting 130 FPS now.
I was getting so I'm.
You're trying to tell me you don't feel the difference right now.
No, I really don't. Because I was getting about 104 before. That's only what, like 20 more or 30 more frames per second. I mean, it still looks really good though.
Well, that's how. And again, it's going to come down to flavor. If you care about light, then turn it on. Maybe do overdrive with the DLNA or something to see if that'll actually help. So once you go to overdrive, and then you hit DLNA, it's going to turn into custom. But the overdrive setting that makes it overdrive is path tracing. So as long as you have path tracing on, then you have overdrive on. But again, it's going to come down to preference. It's just flavor. Ray tracing doesn't necessarily make the game look better. It's all preference. Do you see the light? Are you really looking underneath the fucking curb at how the shadows are bouncing around? You're not. It's a game. Call of Duty does not have ray tracing. That game looks fucking amazing. It's all flavor. After you set everything to ultra, it's really just your preference. If you want everything to feel like it's glowing, then you can. But not everybody likes glowing. Just like me, I turn off film frame on CyberPunk because I don't like the way it looks. You leave it on because you like it. Same thing with ray tracing. I feel like the game looks much better without the film grain. The film grain adds a bunch of little fuzz. Like, it adds fuzz to the overall picture. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But you do. You leave it on because you do. I can't. I hate it. I don't see how you play like that. I can't stand this shit.
Alright, well, I'll mess around with it then.
You know what? I don't fucking care about your fucking good times with your fucking 4090, dude.
Hey, I know how to, there's a really super easy money glitch in CyberPunk, like really easy, dude. No, but you know what? Right now to get Eddie's to get the money, it's gonna be hard, and I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to do it to get the upgrades and stuff.
I'm starting to get to a point where like they just have a little fucking heart.
All right, go ahead and do it your way. And you know what? It's gonna stop you from wanting to play because you're not gonna be able to get the badass stuff.
No, I'm all frustrated right now just from this fucking game capture card. Like, you know what? I am moving too fast, and I'm too ahead of my time because I can't stand it. Like, the fucking capture card I have, the capture card I gave you did everything I needed it to do.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that I can't put it in there. I mean, you have it now. I would otherwise buy it again, but I can't put it into this rig. Yeah,
mine. I know it's just sitting here. I can't even do it either.
That capture card will capture in 4K HDRR and actually scale it to just 4K HD without you having any HDR problems.
Yeah.
There is no card. Everybody's crying because they can't make this shit work. I just gave up. I unplugged all that shit. I'm so pissed off right now because I've just spent the last 3 hours fucking with that shit. And I'm just like, you know what? It's just not meant to do that. Even with the splitter, I have a splitter that I hook up to the PlayStation, and it takes the PlayStation 5 cable, and it keeps the strong signal, and it makes it times 2. But then when I try to go into the capture card, it can't beat that signal. Now, if I turn the HDR down to the HYCR CC, whatever, 8B, it'll pick it up. If I want it to have it at 12-bit, it won't do it. It's just like, you know what? And even if like you were to say money is no object, right?
Yeah.
I don't care. What do I need to make this work? It doesn't fucking exist. It doesn't exist. No capture card. They're like, well, why would you want it? It's like, so this is what I'm trying to do. And I can't be the only motherfucker out there trying to do it. And this is why I hate it. Everybody's like, oh, it's just 1080p fine. Like, bitch, no, it's not, motherfucker. I'm sick of 1080p. So why can't I play the game at the fucking highest quality that it's meant to be played at? So 4K, HDR, 120 hertz, at 10-bit color. That's what you get with VRR. And VRR is basically the DLSS of the console and TV. That's another version of DLSS is VRR, but that's for TV. You know what I mean? So with all of that, when you hook up your PlayStation 5 directly to your TV, you get all of that. That is like 100% just jizzing in your pack. You're getting everything.
Yeah.
Now, let's try to stream. Fucking hell, you can't even close
Reporting suspicious activity in Haywood.
So the moment that you're
Roger
trying to
that,
stream or
dispatch.
even
This
just
is
record,
331 responding.
right? You're
My
not going to
neighborhood.
get VRR.
I'll take you for
meaning
tacos
you
sometime.
can't play. So you have to play a shitty version of it so you can stream to people. Like, how the
Suspect
fuck does
vehicle
that
has
make
been
sense?
located. Details have been
Yeah.
You're charging all this money for these cards and shit, and it's like, motherfucker, like, you can't. So, oh my god, the only way that you do it, right, is when you get, so, when you capture your PlayStation 5 and you stream the higher screen,
What do you mean?
when you stream PlayStation 5,
Oh, you're streaming straight from the thing. Straight from the console.
right, so you don't even miss it. So you basically, that's the only way you can get it, right?
Yeah.
You don't even have to worry, right? Like, I can do that, but that's okay. So it's fine if I want to stream, if you want to stream to like Twitch and all that, you can make it work.
Yeah.
You want to capture it, you want to record it somehow outside of the way it's meant to be done, right? So like if I want to capture PlayStation, even if I turn on Spotify, I want to capture all that shit, right? It doesn't fucking work that way. It doesn't fucking work that way. Like, you cannot capture that. It has to scale it down, and the only way you can do it is if you do it directly from the console. You can't capture to your computer.
Reports have confirmed the
You
suspect
cannot
is still
capture
in
to
the
your
area.
computer with. So all these people that are streaming, whenever they're streaming, they're playing a shitty version of their console.
Yeah.
Sacrificing the quality because they just want to stream. They don't care how it goes.
Exactly.
You cannot. You yourself can't enjoy it and then stream it at a lower quality. It's just you're gonna get a lower quality when you play because you're not gonna get full HDR because you need to hook it up to a capture card. You're not gonna get VRR because it doesn't work that way. So like Elden Ring. Elden Ring is one of those games like CyberPunk. It is. Nobody's maxing this game out. Even with the RTX 4090, you can try it. Like ray tracing, nobody's even enable it with that. It's just too much. It's an open world ray tracing. It's a lot, right? It's like CyberPunk. So, Elden Ring takes advantage of VRR on the PlayStation 5. When you're playing it, if you're not trying to stream it off, if I just have it hooked up and I'm talking to Elden Ring, I'm going to get VRR, I'm going to get HDR, and I'm going to get 12-bit color. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. The moment I need to send that signal to the fucking Elgato, I now have to downgrade my playing experience in order to send that signal. So fucking upset. It's like, why? Why? Like, am I just going beyond, like, why is it that I have to look at commercial equipment? Like, that's stupid. I can't be the only one that says I want to fucking not sacrifice my playing experience, but I want to capture what I'm experiencing in the same quality. Why is that impossible?
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand. And you know what's fucked up? I have a splitter. And I tested the splitter. You know what I did? I took the splitter and I tried the splitter. The splitter does Dolby Vision, VRR, 4K, HDR with 12-bit. And I was like, okay, perfect. I can get this signal and split it into two. I thought this was going to save the day, right? I thought I ordered this thing a while back. I was like, this is going to work. And I tested it. I took the one PlayStation HDMI, I put it in there, and now I have two. And I plugged those two into the TV, right? I'm not even going to the capture card. I want to test each signal. One to HDMI 1, another one to HDMI 2. Let me grab the remote. I'm looking at HDMI 1. Yep, VRR, 4K HDR, and 12-bit. Perfect. Now let me go to HDMI 2. Same thing. It's actually sending 2 signals to the TV. I can switch sources and they're exactly the same. VRR, HDR, 4K, 12-bit. Now, I'm like, okay, now all I gotta do is just unplug one of them, right, and send it to the capture card, right? It should be that easy, right? That's it. Okay, the fucking capture card doesn't know what to do with it. Doesn't know what to do with it. You know why? Because you got everything turned up too high. The 4K Elgato, 4K plus X, or whatever the fuck, right? Everybody, even like 6 months ago, are saying, like, this is the best one. You're not gonna get anything better. Like, that's just bad news for me, because I'm like, how can that, I'm looking to replace the fucking thing. It's not doing what I want it to do. Now, if you take your the second signal and you downscale it, it'll work.
Where are you hiding?
Or what you can do is just turn HDR off altogether, and you'll be able to capture all that in 4K. No HDR. I know the game looks dim and it looks washed out, but if you want to capture it, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
There is no workaround. There is nothing that you can buy. It's just broken. Like, I'm so, like, I think I'm going to give up on the streaming thing for a while, because it's like, it's fucking stupid. And you know what? Here's what pushed me over the edge with this. This is why I'm so pissed off. So I'm like, well, fuck it then. I'll just record the console. You know what I mean? I'll record it on the PlayStation 5, record it in high quality, and I'll just upload those videos. I just won't be able to do it live. You know what I mean? And then, so I have my PC. I stream my PC live, right?
Yeah.
You know, here's the fucking problem, and here's another fucking problem. Here's how you know Windows HDR is bullshit. Okay, I can stream Call of Duty. You've seen me stream Call of Duty on the computer, and it looks amazing, right?
Yeah.
So now let me hop on CyberPunk, or let me hop on Baldur's Gate, right? Let me hop on any of these games, and somehow it doesn't know how to interpret that you have HDR on, and it makes it look washed out. Can't stream it from NVIDIA's software, can't capture it. Even if you capture it, it looks washed out and dim.
Yeah.
Because, you know why? Because I have HDR enabled. It even tells you within Windows, if you want to stream, turn HDR off. Why do I have to turn it off? Why? It's just color. So I guess the conclusion is this. People don't care about 4K. And if they do care about 4K, they're recording it in non-HDR. Have you ever gone and seen, and here's the proof that this actually is the thing. If I pop in Call of Duty into the PlayStation 5 and I let the PlayStation 5 record it, if I go to put my USB into the PlayStation 5 and pull that video file off, when I upload it to YouTube, the metadata tells YouTube, hey, this is an HDR file. So after about 8 hours of YouTube processing,
What the hell is this?
whenever you go to play that video, Eric, and you go to events, like when you're gonna turn up the HD on it, you're gonna make sure it's 4K.
Yeah.
You're actually gonna see options in the YouTube video where it goes from 360p, 1080p, all the way up, but it's actually gonna say 2160p HDR. YouTube can play HDR videos that you upload. PlayStation can record those videos in HDR. So, it's fucking, oh my god. It's all broken. Like, you know what? I fucking finally hit the fucking edge, and I can see the limitations of the technology today. I cannot accomplish what I want to accomplish. It's not possible.
Yeah.
There's nothing that exists that is going to allow me to do that. But you know what? You know that it can take an HDR, it can record an HDR. Why is it that the PlayStation can record that? And here's the thing. It can record, but it can't stream. Why?
Yeah.
Is it too much information? I don't get it. I mean, what about people that are on fiber? upload. And you're telling me that you know what it is? It's all companies and software companies and hardware companies like Elgato and all, they're like, we don't need to put that in there because who the fuck is watching it like that?
Yeah.
I bet you we can do it, but why should they debug the Elgato? And you know how I know you can do that? The video card that you have sitting over there, the capture card, will do it. It did it. I was streaming in HDR Demon Souls, and I wasn't sacrificing shit on my TV. Everything was turned up. I was playing it the way it was meant to be played, and I was capturing it that same way. I've never had any other hardware that can do that other than that capture card that you had. Even when you go look at some of the brand new 2023 capture cards that come out, none of them will do it. So that capture card you have, hang on to that shit. In fact, I will download the driver to make sure that you still have the driver available. Because there's nothing else out there that will do that. I unplug all my shit. Everything's just hooked up directly to the TV. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm upset. I am so pissed off today. It's like, this is bullshit. You want to play in HDR or you want to fucking, if you want to stream, you can. Take your pick. Like, I don't want to go through an entire game in the most shitty version possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why do I have to play it like that? Stupid. I don't know. So upsetting. I mean, have you learned anything? Like, I mean, you don't fuck with it. Something like you probably be off. Like, this is like a problem that neither one of us is equipped to deal with. Like that. I want to throw the fucking thing out the window, kind of upset. Like it's rage.
Yeah.
Because I can't get it to work. You know what? There were so many different settings on that splitter, and changing the setting on the Elgato, and like you could get like somewhat of a good signal. And guess what? Now your PlayStation is not playing no more in DRR. It says mid 60 hertz. Even if you wanted to turn on 120, it will never get there because it's not going to allow it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. You flip on one thing, another thing turns off. Just like your settings like that, right? You turn on something and then something else turns off. Like, fuck this. And I think it's just we're in a time where 1080p video is just fine. But here's my thing. The only way that you know the way most people are like, well, there's a bunch of 4K HDR videos on YouTube. You know how they're doing that? They're doing that in post. They're doing that with the software. They're like doing the Adobe Photo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They record their footage and then they go master it. You know what I mean? Like a movie. And that's how they get it 4K HDR. But in real time, it's just not a movie. Nobody cares. So, and you know what? I don't know why I'm surprised. Right now, 1080p is the standard for streaming.
Yeah.
It's low bandwidth cost. You know what I mean? And most you think about it, a lot of people are doing competitive plays. So giving up bandwidth for the quality on your side is not. You know what I mean? They're competitive play. They're there to make money. They don't give it. They'll stream that bitch. They'll play that bitch in 720 if it's making them money. They don't care. So 1080p is right now the standard, and high dynamic range belongs. That's it. Your gameplay is a console will do high dynamic range, but it's for personal viewing only. HDR is for personal viewing only. Nowhere in streaming does HDR have a place. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
If you want to stream, you will turn on HDR. Now, the only way you can do it is on the console, because all that's running native, you know what I mean? And the stream is not that good. You just have a few presets, 1080p at 60 hertz, kinda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even because I've seen really good 1080p, like 10-bit 1080p, and then there's like real shitty 1080p. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.